Hey guys, in this video we're going to go over how KRIMZ defaults apps on Inferno, so let's get started. So typically at the start of the round when he goes towards alt middle, when he goes towards the bottom, he's going to throw this molotov that lands at the window stairs to prevent any CT from peeking alt mid at the start of the round. Here we're going to see him do a more passive approach where he's just simply going to post up from the back here towards the app's entrance just in case any CT pushes up. Here's another example where he's going to throw that molotov, and this time he's going to take a much closer angle to be able to hold the app's push. And then finally we'll see a more aggressive approach where we're going to see him go right up to the entrance of the stairs. So he's going to go right here to be able to post up. If he doesn't go alt mid, he'll normally go towards bridge like this to spam halls. This is a great way to prevent the CT from pushing up halls at the start of the round. So here we see Robs, he's trying to push up, but he's getting tagged by KRIMZ's spam, which ultimately prevents him from doing so. If you find that the CTs are flashing you a lot at alt middle and peeking, this is a great spot to play anti-flash from. Basically this wall will cover you from any flashes that the CTs will try to throw at you. Here's a nade set that you can do from alt middle. So here we're going to see KRIMZ is going to throw an early smoke towards arch side. Then he's going to post up at window a little bit. So there's the arch smoke. And then here we're going to see KRIMZ is going to throw the porch molotov. And here this is a great way to kind of establish control early to push this player off the arch side angle. And as well this molotov will push that player off the porch side angle. Normally when KRIMZ goes towards alt middle, he's going to be accompanied by Broline. And they like to do this window boost. So here we're going to see Broline, he's going to get on top of the steps. Basically walk on KRIMZ's head and then jump towards the window. And doing it this way is better because it doesn't make any sound as opposed to just letting Broline run himself and then do the window jump. That will make sound, this will not. We're going to see another example of this. So KRIMZ is going to jump on top of the barrel. And Broline, he's going to walk along the steps, walk on KRIMZ's head to be able to jump on top of window. And this is a great way to support your teammate. So here KRIMZ is going to throw a flash towards boiler to allow Broline to peek towards boiler. Broline's going to just clear out halls a little bit, while KRIMZ prepares the next flash for the boiler entrance. So here we're going to see KRIMZ throws that flash, and then Broline is able to peek towards this porch side area. If you're in this area, this is a smoke that you can throw towards arch side, as well as a molotov that you can throw towards porch. So once again, this is another way to kind of control this bracket area. Here we're going to see some utility that you can use from window, so basically a molotov towards this arch side area. And then this is also a flash that you can throw to allow your teammates to peek from mid and boiler. So when KRIMZ actually decides to go into halls, he'll normally peek the top side like this, and he's also going to peek the left side. Notice that his teammate is actually here with him, so that he doesn't have to worry about boiler before posting up at the end of halls like this. Posting up halls like this is a great way to punish the C2 who decides to peek the angle. So here we're going to see that KRIMZ is going to do a ton of damage to Stiko. So if we look at this angle again, notice how KRIMZ, he actually isn't exposing himself too much to the actual angle itself. He's only posted on this little region here. The reason for that is because the CTs, sometimes they'll like to throw a flash towards halls, and they basically have to throw a perfect flash that lands in this area to be able to blind KRIMZ. A lot of the time this flash will land a little bit too far, and if it does, KRIMZ isn't going to be blinded from it. Here we're going to see another example where he's clearing out the same things once again, and if he doesn't have a teammate towards boiler, he also has to check that as well before he peeks the end of halls. This is something that you need to be aware of as the apps player, that sometimes the CTs will do this double peek like so. So here we're going to see that he's only able to get one but not the second. And sometimes KRIMZ will like to throw this counter here where he's going to creep up and then he's going to throw this flash. He's going to throw the flash and peek with the flash. When KRIMZ approaches towards the app's entrance, this is a lurk smoke that he likes to throw a lot. And this smoke lands just on top of the hay cart like this. It provides a bit of a lurk smoke for him. Here we're going to see KRIMZ throw the smoke once again. And something to keep in mind is that whenever you throw the smoke, it actually puts pressure on the CTs, so they're going to be tempted to throw nades back at you. This is a great way to bait utility out earlier in the round so that you can have an easier A hit later in the round when you've already wasted their nades. Here we're going to see him use this smoke during an A hit as his teammates come up from porch side. Notice how he uses this smoke as a bit of a one-way to take down this player at moto. If you look at this from his point of view, you basically don't see KRIMZ at all in the smoke. Here we're going to see KRIMZ use the smoke once again, and this is a bit of a slower default, so we're going to see him use the smoke and slowly creep up. Notice that with the smoke, it actually produces a gap on this right side to allow you to take the fight against the player who's going to be standing on top of the railing. And then as he decides to come out, notice how he'll jump on top of the railing here to use this smoke as a bit of a one-way towards the site. So to illustrate this one way, I've placed some bots in the site. So here we're going to see that there's a player very clearly at single box and the player very clearly at the corner. From the player at the single box area, you basically don't even see this player at all. And for the player in the corner, you can actually see this player more easily. So just keep that in mind when you use this lurk smoke. So after you've one-wayed the site and you don't see anybody, something you can do with your teammate is to have him throw a flash for you towards pit. which allows KRIMZ to take a bit of a wider angle on Pit here. Unfortunately, he gets flashed from the CTs and doesn't quite get this kill. Here's another situation where he's going to throw that Lurk smoke. Then he's going to throw a couple flashes towards Pit. And then his teammate's going to add on a molotov, which allows KRIMZ to basically be able to post up like this. If there was a CT here, he'd be running out towards the right and KRIMZ would be posted on it. As you come out apps, if you don't see anyone towards Pit, always keep in mind to try to trade off your teammates in sight. If you don't see anybody there, the next spot would be somebody playing in this mini pit area or next to the hay cart like Shox is here. Whenever you're doing a porch side hit, as the apps player, you always want to trade off your players in sight first. This is similar to Palace on Mirage, where you always want your A ramp players to take contact first before you trade from Palace. So here we're going to see that Shox is going to get a couple kills, and then KRIMZ is able to trade afterwards. Now the thing is that if you die at apps first, then the CG is going to have a much easier time holding off the site because they don't have to worry about the apps player anymore. Whenever you're lurking apps, it's always important to pull rotations towards you whenever you get kills. So here we're going to see him get a kill on RPK. Then KRIMZ is going to throw a smoke on balcony as well as a molotov in pit. Now what this utility does is it actually pulls Zywoo towards the A site and also pulls the second player towards this library area closer towards Arch. Now what this does effectively in a 3-on-3 situation is that these two other players towards B, they have the opportunity to fight this player solo in B site if they want to. So here's an interesting play from KRIMZ. So first we're going to see him come up the steps here to get this kill into RPK towards window room. Then he's going to run towards apps and throw this flash at balcony as if he's actually going to jump out of balcony, faking that he is. Then instead he's actually going to come back and get Shox who was trying to flank. So here's a situation where KRIMZ, he's in a 2v4 situation, he doesn't have a smoke. So the first thing that's going to happen here is that JW, he's going to throw a flash room towards pit. KRIMZ is going to peek this, he doesn't see anything. So he's going to decide to sneak out of apps, and look at the way he does this. So first, he's going to peek towards the single box, he doesn't see anything. He's going to peek towards the corner, doesn't see anything. And then he ensures that he crouches here at this moment here to ensure that this box will cover him a bit more from moto. Then as he comes out, he's going to slowly creep out and crouch against this wall as much as possible along the side of balcony. Then when he reaches the railing, he's going to drop down. And when he drops down, he's going to peek this back corner like this to get this kill. And then he's also going to get this second kill as well on Chopper. Here, if we look at this from SDY's point of view, the player in the back of sight, you'll see that as KRIMZ comes out, he basically doesn't see him at all as he creeps out of the balcony. The only time he sees him is actually when he drops down towards the pit area, and by that time it's already too late. So here we're going to see a halls pop. So the first thing that's going to happen is that Broline, he's going to throw that Lurk smoke at balcony. Then Golden, he's going to get ready with flashes for chimney. Broline, he's then going to get ready to throw a molotov at pit. And then finally JW, he's going to throw this flash just over the balcony area. And at the same time, Golden's throwing flashes from chimney. You can see how this all works out. So as they throw all that utility, KRIMZ and Broline, they're both going to jump out and jump straight down to mini pit here like so. To illustrate how powerful this execute is, I'm going to play in towards this pit area. So here we're going to see that Broline, he's going to throw that molotov, and that's exactly when all the flashes come. And look at how much space the T's get by the time I get unblinded. Here we're going to see another situation where Broline, he's going to come out of apps, while KRIMZ, he's going to just post up on the player's site. KRIMZ gets that kill, while Broline dies to the player in pit. So KRIMZ, he tries to throw a molotov here, SDY, he smokes it. And look at what KRIMZ does here. He basically just smokes balcony, and then he just jumps immediately out of it to be able to clear towards the site area. If you look at this from SDY's point of view, you'll basically see that he doesn't even really notice that KRIMZ jumps out. KRIMZ does throw the smoke, and SDY is aware of the possibility, but he doesn't actually see him cross towards the site. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked what you saw, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell for more future content. Thanks again, I'll see you guys in the next one.